What's goody, y'all? What's up? What's goody? Yeah, it's Reeves. That's right. And you're vibing. And you're vibing. You're vibing with Reeves, baby. That's how it is. So what's up? How you feeling? Let me know. Let me know. Leave it in the comments. Whatever you feel, however you're feeling, and however you're feeling it, leave it in the comments. Or, hit me up. Instagram, Vibrant Reeves _ podcast. The Vibrant Reads Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube, or subscribe to the Spotify. If you're on Spotify, subscribe there. Apple Podcast, subscribe. Google, subscribe. Like, subscribe, share, let people know about it. Thank you in advance. And thank you for past support for the people who've been watching. I appreciate you. Thank you. If you're a new watcher, hey, thank you. Let's get into it. Jill. Yeah, man, another episode. This one I'm feeling about talk about OFF or FFO or FOF. Okay, whichever one I'm gonna do it. It doesn't matter. Okay. Opinions is the O. One F is facts. Another F is feelings. Opinions, facts, feelings, or facts, opinions, feelings. Whatever one you go, feelings, facts, and opinions. Whichever one, those are the three things. Those are the three things. Those are the three things. All right. Opinions, one. Facts, feelings, feelings. Oh, feelings. Yes. Everyone says facts. You say Amazons, they say facts. Yeah, we're going to talk about all that. Y'all ready? Let's go. What is the simple definition of an opinion? An opinion is a belief or judgment that falls short of absolute conviction, certainty, or positive knowledge. It is a conclusion that certain facts, ideas, etc. are probably true or likely to be proven so. Political opinions and opinion about art. An example of me, in my opinion, this is true. You could have a random opinion on something. Something happened, you just randomly say, "Oh, this is probably true." Jump to a conclusion right on that. That doesn't mean it's right. Doesn't mean it's wrong. Just randomly jump to a conclusion and assume something was the truth. Doesn't make it the truth. You can have a expert opinion on something because you work in that particular area, have a lot of expertise in that area, so you have an expert opinion. You may have a biased opinion, because you're biased against a certain thing or certain people, or you're biased towards certain things, situations, or people. So you may express a biased opinion if you allow your bias to control the narrative that your opinion really represents. Okay, so that's where that goes for an opinion. Let's get into feelings. One more time, feelings. All right. Feelings are subjective, internal experiences that are influenced by thoughts, beliefs, and past experiences, helping us make sense of emotions and manage them more effectively. While emotions are automatic responses, feelings are more conscious, sorry, consciously processed and articulated, acting as a bridge between raw emotions and a deeper understanding of oneself. All right, those are feelings. That's those are in on the inside, internal. That's why people say, I'm in my feelings, y'all. My bad, I'm in my feelings. You know, say, I'm in your feelings. They can't be. Unless you have some weird connection where y'all share feelings and something. I don't think that's right. You wow, you got some emo path X-Men type shit going on. I didn't know it's a thing. Other than that, you can't do it. All right. And let's get into facts. All right. Fact. A thing that is known to be true. No, a fact is generally defined as a piece of information that can be verified through observation or evidence and is considered to be true. It is an objective truth, meaning it can be proven or disproven by real-world evidence. Unlike opinions or beliefs, which are subjective. Subjective means my beliefs might not match your beliefs. In other words, a fact is something that actually happened or exists, and it's not just a matter of someone's personal feelings or interpretation. All right. So now that that's out the way, let's take it there. You know, some people don't know the difference between the three things I've stated. Feelings and opinions, you know, they're related, they're close by. Fact is something that's the opposite of feelings and opinions. But there's still people who don't know the difference between feelings, opinions, and facts. Is wow, they're three different things. And guess what? They're all important. I'm not here acting like, oh, one is important. The rest of them, nah, nah, nah. They're all important. The facts are important. Your feelings are definitely important. The facts are definitely important. And opinions are definitely important. But you have to know which one is which and classify them as such and act accordingly. You can't go around here spouting off your feelings and opinions and acting like they're facts. Here's someone else relay facts to you, and you're sitting up there like, that's just your opinion. You're like, no, that's just a scientific fact. There's evidence for that shit. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about, but that's not an opinion. My opinion is saying, hey, I don't think the Devils are gonna win in this game. That's not a fact. I'll talk about hockey, but first example that popped in the head, like that's not a fact. That's an opinion. And that would be an opinion. You can't get that confused for actual fact. If I tell you a fact, you can't sit there and tell me, well, that's just your opinion. That's just your opinion. No, that's just the fact. Some people think because they disagree with something or they've never heard of it that it isn't a fact. Sometimes I disagree with someone say, if I've never heard of it and like that's a fact. Oh, let me Google at least Google this because you gotta have to prove this is a fact to me. I'm one of those people. You got to prove it to me. Oh, it's a fact. Proof. We can look that up. Look that up. We can. Oh, we can look over this shit. And we can see it. I can love you all my heart. And be like, nah, we're gonna check into this. Not because I don't believe in other people's opinions or respect other people's opinions or other people's feelings. I just don't believe everything is a fact just because someone said it. Shoot. Just because I said it doesn't mean necessarily mean it's a fact. So if you feel like looking up something I said during this episode, if you want to put your own fact check, I don't know all that, bro. Do so. Shit. Yes. Do so, please. You know, I don't mind it. I don't mind if you. We shouldn't have a problem with someone checking behind us if what we said is true and it's true what we said. You feel me? This episode originally was supposed to be a rant. I was just going to rant about it for like 60 seconds. Then I said, nah, it's going to be longer. And here's why. That shit really gets on my nerves. And sorry to curse a little bit more than usual on this episode. It's feeling like one of my older episodes. But anyway, I never really liked it when people just confuse the things. If you're telling me something that's actual and factual and is real, and then I say, okay, yeah, I hear what you're saying. That's your opinion that 5 plus 5 equals 10. But I'm saying sometimes it's eight though. I mean, it's just, you're just assuming, you jump to conclusions with that 10 shit. You know what I mean? It's eight. You're gonna look at me like, no. Like, I just gonna disrespect my opinion. Like, no, dude, we all can have an opinion. Like, no, no, no. What you said wasn't an opinion. It's just wrong. You just straight up wrong. What I said was true. Oh, I'm wrong. You right. Like, no, 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 no. And then they get deep in their feelings. Like, yo, you talk about feelings. Yeah. Oh, now I'm in my feelings. I told you my opinion. I said your opinion isn't better than my opinion. And now I'm in my feelings. Like, listen to me, bro. Listen to me. What you said was factually wrong. It was just incorrect. What you're doing now is getting in your feelings. I'm not trying to say that your opinions are invalid. I'm just saying what you said wasn't really in the opinion category because that's something that was proven to be mathematically correct. So you're saying no, it's seven, isn't a difference of opinion. Yes, it is. No, it's factually incorrect. Like if you take a test, a math test, and the answer is 175, and you say, but as far as I feel like it's really 156. And then the person behind you say, yeah, I get that wrong because I feel like sometimes it's 80. And it's just like, no, it's 175. Cut and clear. And because it can be proven to be true. It's not about, I feel like it's true. Your feelings don't matter in that all the time. Your feelings don't matter. You can get into some crazy stuff with your feelings. Sometimes people place their feelings in the category as facts. You be messed up. Like, okay, here's where that could get you hurt. I'm showing a real life example of how someone placing their feelings in the category as facts, as truth, can get someone hurt. Boom. All right. Story time, y'all. Story time. Um, Dating this female. Boom. Met her. We worked in the same area. You know, said she was single. I believed her. I looked on her hands. No ring fingers. And some people wear the red rings as like on a chain, like a necklace, because they don't want to slip off their hand. I checked the neck, nothing there. Said single. I believed her. Boom. Found out later, long story short, she was lying, and her man, her husband, saw us out together, and I didn't know. She introduced him as just, she said his name. and she introduced me as a friend. She didn't say, "Oh, here's my husband," or "Here's my friend." She just played, "Oh, that's my friend." He looked like he wanted to whoop my ass. I couldn't understand it. I'm like, "Dang, what's his problem?" When he walked away, she said, "Oh, he's just jealous. He's a coworker. He's just jealous because he wished he could be my man." The illest of lies, because that was her man. He was just mad because I was out with his wife. I didn't know. I did not know. Though she was single, like I said, I believed her. No rant and rant. Anyway, when she finally told me the truth, because she felt, someone's gonna, one of her peeps was gonna tell me anyway, so she rather come from her. I got mad. I said, "Why'd you lie to me?" I asked you, "Was you single?" When we first met, and you said, "Yeah." She said, "I didn't lie." I said, "You did." She said, "Well, I didn't lie. Just things wasn't going right, and I felt single." I said, "What?" She said, "Just things wasn't going right between us, and I felt single." So that's not a lie. I felt single. Like, that's not how that shit works. That's not how any of that works. Just because you feel single, that doesn't mean you are single. You can't tell someone you feel single, but then go home and sleep with your husband and not be a liar. You are a liar. You are in a relationship. And that could go wrong because I could have got my ass whooped and wouldn't even have known what was going on. He could have just seen me and put foot to ass and just start chin checking, and I wouldn't even known. I would have been like, "Oh, sweat, sweat," caught off guard. And he would have had a whole bunch of anger and stuff. And who knows? She may have had mad other people's number going through her phone and did mine. So then he thinking, I'm some dude that's doing all this stuff. What if she was doing, what if she was pretending to be single for years? And then I'm just getting my ass whooped. Not realizing what's going on. Some random dude walks up. I'm like, why is her friend beating my ass? I wouldn't have known. I could have got it. Then I would, even if I defended myself, I would have probably caught a few blows and been messed up. He would have got me good. Or what if he was what if he was crazy on crazy time? One of those people that kill for this. I might not be talking to you right now. So that's a real dangerous example of how feelings can blow up if you allow them to take the place of facts. Feelings aren't facts. That's a real far off dangerous example. What is a true example? Feelings aren't facts. You can't say, "Well, I feel this," but the reality of it is you aren't. That's like saying, "Well," some say, "Are you gainfully employed?" Well, I feel like I'm gainfully employed. So yeah, I'm gainfully employed. Then they found out you ain't had a job in like 3 years. Like, "Oh yeah, well, you know what? When I get up every day, I feel like I'm gainfully employed the way I'll be looking for a job. I feel like I already have a job because they say looking for a job is like a job, which you know what I mean. So that's actually a job. I just didn't get paid yet. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like that young Jeezy song he said, already got a job that's staying alive. Yeah, so that means I got two jobs. Ha, yeah. No, you're delusional. You're a liar. What's wrong with you? You're lying to yourself and me. You don't got a job. Like they said, Martin, you ain't got no damn job. So that's what it is. That's what it is. You can't just say, I feel a certain way, ignore the fact of what it is, and then try to put the statement out there. But if you're going to do it, at least be honest about it. Say, yeah, I I am not gainfully employed, but I feel like I have a job. Or I'm not gainfully employed, but I'm looking and I feel like I'll find something real soon. So then you're not lying. Then it could be respected, you know. Like, oh, back to the example I gave previously. We'll say, hey, I'm in a relationship, but I feel like I'm single because they ain't acting right or I feel lonely, which is some bullshit. But if that's the truth and that's how you feel, say it and give the person um the option to leave you alone if they so choose. Don't let them think, oh, you're open and available, and then you're not. And then or what if everything works out for you in that relationship and now things are back on the good thing? Then what you gonna do? Just ghost the other person or tell them, oh no, I'm not single anymore. Oh really? What happened? Oh, I'm married. You got married that fast? Oh no, I've been married, but now I'm just willing to act like I'm not single. I've been operating as single for like 5 years, but now I'm willing to act like an actual married person. Like what is wrong with you? Don't be that. And opinions also aren't facts. Some people feel that, like I said before, that people feel their opinions are facts because of ego. Some people have an ego where anything that comes out their mouth has to be a fact because they said it. Because they said it, it's a fact. You can point to evidence that shows what they said is completely wrong, but it's like, hey, it's me. So that means I'm right. So not much you can do for that. Some people don't care about the evidence, they care about what they said. That makes it a fact that they said it. Like F all the evidence that's been piled up over the years that prove their point is foolish. At the very least, fuck all that. This is what that's what they said, it's their opinions and their feelings. So forget those facts, you know, and that's the truth. That's how I feel. Yeah, man. I trip. And you know what gets on my nerves? When people say facts after shit that really isn't even a fact. Sometimes the shit isn't even, I'm like, okay, maybe it's a strong opinion. It might be right now. Maybe something that's dead wrong or really, really personal opinion is nowhere near close to being a fact. It'll be like facts. And like, no, opinion. Say that. Opinion, you know, facts, you know, like cream corn is the best vegetable in the world. Everybody loves it. Facts. No, I hate that shit. It, Cream corn, tastes like it's regurgitated corn mixed with butter and cream and these to me. So no, that's not a fact. That's your personal opinion. Might be your strong opinion. Maybe your whole family loves it. Damn near my whole family loves cream corn. Everyone seems like everyone loves it. Maybe I'm the only one who does it, so it's still not a fact. You can't say fact got something that's opinion. It'll be something that's opinion based, like maybe it's like a rap battle, and they're like, this battler won all 3 rounds. You're like, and then I say facts. Like, no, they couldn't even remember their third round. And they barely remembered their second. They barely got through the second round and they choked like 4 lines into their third round and had to walk off stage. They didn't win. You can't say facts after that. So that's what is on there. That's slang, but still facts. And some people feel, like I said before some people's feelings dictate what they consider to be a fact. To me, facts could have an acronym. It could be acronym. Fuck all feelings. Only count real shit. I'm sorry, I messed up. Fuck all feelings. Only count truth. That's it. Only count the truths. Don't go by, oh, this is what I feel, so it's true. No, 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 no. It's true. Like if it's raining outside, you can't say, well, I don't want the rain. I don't like rain like that. So I'm gonna say it's not raining, and, and that's the truth because I don't feel like getting wet. No, 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 no. That's not how any of that works. You can admit what's real. You can hold on to your opinions. Just know that they're opinions, and you can have feelings. Just know and admit that they are feelings. They're not necessarily true for everyone else. That's you, and feelings could be temporary. You could feel one way right now, then 10 minutes later, you don't feel that way anymore. But a fact is a fact 10 minutes from now. It's still a fact. You know, the fact don't change with time. You'd have to change it. You have to do a lot to change that fact. Your feelings might change on a whim. You might not even know why your feelings change. I don't know. Feelings change with the blow, like the blowing of the wind. Like, you know what? I was sad earlier. Now I'm happy. I don't know why. Like, yeah, 5 plus 5 still 10. Take that as you may. And thank you, thank you, thank you for your support. I appreciate you. Facts, truth, opinion, all that. See, yeah. Love y'all. Thanks for the support. I appreciate you. And see you next Friday. And yeah, that's how we doing it. ReevesENT.com. See about me. And yeah, stay up, everybody. Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. Stay up.